Hi there, who's a boxing fan? Or more importantly, who's a British boxing fan? And can you get your head around why AJ is taking this fight with Jake Paul? Okay, obviously it's for the money. An absolute ruck of money. An obscene amount of money. By all accounts, I think they're going to share 100 million. That is absolutely obscene. Absolutely crazy. For what is essentially an amateur exhibition bout. I think it was Frank Warren who said it best when he said that it's car crash TV and everyone is just tuning in, waiting for the car crash. And that could genuinely happen. Let's be honest, AJ, I like AJ. I think he's an exceptional boxer. And he's a proper professional. You don't go up against the likes of Klitschko and win that fight without being an exceptional boxer with an absolute obscene amount of power and professionalism. And it's just a different league, isn't it, to amateur? I mean, you could have a situation where AJ could seriously injure or even kill him. He could, and it's mad that that's even been sanctioned for a start. But also, from a legacy point of view, for AJ, I mean, if AJ doesn't rock the guy inside 90 seconds, is it a failure? I mean, let's be honest. If all Jake Paul, in my eyes, has got to do is last a round, if he lasts one round, in the eyes of all of his fans and everyone else, people go, fair play, mate. You've lasted a round with a former heavyweight boxing champion in his prime, probably. Or even if not in his prime, just off his prime. It's a bit different to like Mike Tyson, who was like 30 years retired or whatever. Anthony Joshua literally has the skills that could kill Jake Paul. But Jake Paul has a chance to essentially embarrass AJ and completely destroy his legacy. So is that worth 50 million, a share of the 100 million pot? I mean, I don't know. I'm not quite sure I'd take it. I mean, I think it's a no-lose for Jake Paul. Even if he gets sparked out inside 30 seconds, at least he can say, well, I did it. I got in the ring with him. He can't lose. If AJ doesn't walk out, jab, jab, bang, and then rock him inside 90 seconds, and then put him down inside a round or two, well, it's legacy ending, surely. I'm sure some people are going to say that I'm hating on AJ for this, and I'm not. I love AJ. I think he was one of the best things that happened to British boxing. I am disappointed with him and Tyson Fury that they never got it on when they were both in their peak and their pomp. And I always think that that will always be a stain on British boxing, that they never did that for the fans. If it happens now, it's past because they're no longer at their absolute peak with both the belts. And so it's a shame. And that will, like I said, that will ever have tarnished both of their legacies. They should have got it on. And I think that comes down to the fact that neither of them wanted to be the loser to the other one, which is a shame. Which way would it have gone? I genuinely don't know. AJ or Fury? Now, they always say, don't they, that if a fighter can get a boxer to fight, then he's got a chance. But to give Fury his due, Fury's one of those rare machines in boxing that can just switch it on and off. He can fight when he wants to fight, and he can box really well when he wants to box. AJ, I think, is more of a boxer. Hey, what do I know? It's just you know, I know nothing. In my very humble amateurish opinion, I think that Tyson Fury, on his day, edges it slightly. But AJ, again, on his day, would be more than capable. And it's just a shame that they never got it on. And now they were all sitting around, you know, waiting for AJ to fight Jake Paul. And you think, wow, what could have been? I mean, even now, I said that it wouldn't quite be, you know, they're not at their best and it wouldn't be the same. But even now, Fury and AJ would be a bigger draw for me than Jake Paul AJ. And the fact that it's another case, I think, in boxing, and it's happened now for the last 10 years or so. And it's such a shame, and it's why we never probably got the AJ Fury fight and a few other fights that we never got to see. It's all down to money, and it's sad, really. It's sad that what essentially could have been a British boxing generational talent never got to square off at each other. And instead, we've now got these once gladiators of British sport boxing YouTubers for 50 million quid. Sad, really.